Remember me from the last episode is Christelle, and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, and this is Juliet again, also in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
So we're leaving. I'm the type who never wanted to leave my parents till I get married, and at a point I had to travel to France to study there. So it was a bit, it was a very tough decision, but I had no choice than to go. So in France, it wasn't that easy to be on my own because I was actually the only person, and I had to go through a lot, studying and trying to get something to do, because you wouldn't have to always ask your parents for money, for them to transfer money from Ghana to transfer, and it takes a lot of money even when we are doing the wire transfer. So I had to search for jobs, like struggle. At a point I had to leave one town to another town just for greener pastures, So I had to do 2 jobs, work in a hotel, do babysitting and school at the same time. Sometimes I leave the house from before 6 a.m. and get home after 12 midnight. So living alone hasn't been that easy.
Yeah, so for me, when I got here, I went to Maryland first. I stayed with my cousin for a bit. Then I went to Columbus, Ohio for some time. I think I was there for like a year and a half or something. And I didn't really like it. I'm sorry, Ohio. I didn't really like it over there. I had a good job. I think I was working with Chase. Yes, they are as a financial advisor for their customer service. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but I just didn't like Ohio. So I left there. I didn't like Ohio because first of all the weather. I always say the weather is bipolar because I didn't have a car and I have to get to work. I sometimes have to walk 15-20 minutes to the bus stop. Rain, shine, snow, and it snows. It really snows out there. And I'm by myself, so I'm renting. Their renting is not bad. I mean, their accommodation fee is not really bad. But yeah, so I'm renting. I stay with a couple of people, renting. But it was just a hassle, by myself. No car, because you just got there. So obviously you have to save money to get a car and all that. So I worked a lot. And it kept me in shape actually. So yeah, I walked a lot. I had to walk 15-20 minutes sometimes. When I close from work, I used to close sometimes 9:30. Wait for the bus. So I mean, but hey, as I said earlier, I wanted to put the bad in the active, so I experienced that in Ohio. I experienced that in Ohio, yes, and then from there I went back home to Ghana for some time and came back to Georgia, and Georgia is not bad. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. I like the weather. At least if I walk, it won't snow and I'll be fine. Yeah,
I know, right?
Equality. Back home in Ghana, you can go. I mentioned earlier on that like over here, nobody really cares. You can do any job. So far as you are capable, you are strong, and you are willing, you can do any job. But back home, if I go and apply for a job at a factory, they'll tell me it's not for a woman. Mm-hmm. But here, you can do it. And I mentioned earlier that I worked at a factory where we're making brakes for cars like Chrysler, BMW. I never imagined working in a factory, working on the machine, producing brake pads. But I did it. So that was a good experience. So in terms of equality, maybe back home, yes, they think women cannot do what men can do in terms of factory work and all that. But here, they respect women who do that. I mean, if you come here, the African men will tell you, hey, you can't do it, it's for a man. But then I have proved to them that women can do it. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, so I was a babysitter. I was babysitting children and worked in a hotel. So actually in France, I was just in these 2 sectors. And you could see men also working in hotels, laying beds, cleaning their room and stuff like that.
That would be funny, especially since
the farm. Yes, oh yeah, the farm. Yeah, and you see Um, there's a point that we even had to write a whole CV and apply to work on a farm.
Like an actual farm.
Actual farm where they harvest like tomatoes and other vegetables.
See?
Yes, but I was even rejected. And we had to go there very early in the morning. It wasn't because I was a woman, because there are women who were also selected. But I don't know how come they rejected me.
Maybe your CV was too on point.
So someone directed us on how to do it because he was already working there.
Right.
But at the end, I was like, even farming, they rejected me. In Ghana, I wouldn't work on a farm. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. You know? Yeah. So it was very hard. So we one time applied to a job where the man said, before we can clean his house, he has this dress code. We should dress in short skirts, like a provocative way, with, excuse me, say tongue, so that when we bend down, you can see things. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
we
God.
couldn't do that. And even when you are walking outside and you are a black woman, you see old people, old Frenchmen, driving by you, going round the circle just to get your attention because they think all black women are prostitutes. Because frankly speaking, we know we see our neighboring African women who are so much into prostitution, and it's so hard breaking. Yes.
Yeah. For me, I haven't really experienced much, but I do know that coming here looking for a job, it hasn't been easy. And as I said earlier on, I have a marketing degree, but trying to apply for a job, you don't get it instantly. And so you have to lower your standards sometimes to work at a place just to get income. But so far as you are doing something that is profitable to you and respectable to you, I think we shouldn't mind. So as I said, I worked at factories before, and for me, when I got there, some of the men thought I couldn't do the job, but I did it. And they knew that I was alone in this country, paying my own rent and all that. And I did have one guy who tried to tell, he didn't try, he told me he wanted to date me and help me pay my bills, you know, pay my phone bills, pay my rent bill, just that I should just give in to him and just be his girlfriend and we should date and, you know, have a relationship. And I said, no, I'm not interested. And he said, okay, in that case, I can't help you. So they use women, they think we are weak. They use sometimes our weakness. I wouldn't say our weak, we don't have, I don't think I have a weakness when it comes to that. So they take advantage of us, thinking that we are women and we are not capable of doing certain things. By saying that it will help us pay our rent and, you know, and some people fall victim to it. But thank God I didn't fall victim to it. I did my work, I paid my bills, and that is the most important thing to me. And I still kept my respect, yes. To be honest with you, being back home, obviously there are certain restrictions as a woman. Because obviously I'm living in my parents' house. There are certain things I cannot do, okay? But when I came here and I'm living independently, when I went back home for vacation, my mom couldn't tell me, don't go here or don't do this. She gave me the respect, knowing that I'm by myself in a different country, many miles away. And so she, you know, so for that freedom, obviously, I didn't have freedom back then, but now I have my freedom because she knows that I'm here. She hasn't heard anything about me, that I've been put in jail, I've been, you know, notorious or anything like that. So, yeah, so I think being here helped me to gain freedom back home in Ghana. Yes, and yes, there are certain restrictions still when you come here because we still have Ghanaians or Africans here. And our culture, our certain cultural backgrounds will let them say, hey, this girl, so she's going to the club, hey, so that's when she go to church, hey, so, you know, and so, yes, even if being here, you still have certain restrictions because your other African brothers and sisters are looking at you and, you know, but I learned that in this world, you live for yourself. You don't have to worry about what other people think about you so far as they are not taking care of you or paying your bills or whatever. I have been through a lot with that too because it's like they want to choose your friends for you, who to roll with and all that. And it got to a point they thought I wasn't friendly because I didn't want to communicate too much with the African people because they talk about you too much. loved one back home. I don't think it's easy, but also if there's an understanding that, okay, I'm coming here to see what's happening here, if I'm able to bring you with me, fine. If not, then we know what to do if I'm coming back home. But it's never easy to leave a loved one, especially for me, coming by myself and being here. I have a cousin in a different state, but coming here by myself and being independent and trying to see what America has for me, it hasn't been easy. Obviously, I left the loved one back home, and I'm a twin. And I think if those who watched the previous episode, I'm a twin, and my twin is not here with me, so it hasn't been easy. But the good thing is I work hard, and I'm able to afford my ticket to go back home and see her or wherever she is. Yes, so it's not easy to leave a loved one back home. It's never easy. Nothing is ever easy, but by the grace of God, everything can be accomplished.
Yeah. It's never and will never be easy, because I always say to my friends that immediately I marry, wherever my husband goes, I am following him.
There are some people who will be happy to hear that.
I will follow him, because I can't live in a country where my husband will be in another country. No, I will follow him wherever he goes, no matter the circumstances. Because I know that at a point, no matter how difficult it will be, God is still that. So far as we have life, we have hope.
And that's a great sacrifice.
Yes, I will follow him wherever. Honey, I will follow him.
That's amazing.
One advice, I believe if you have a noble job, back home, don't be in a rush to come to America because of the things you see on social media. Because we've heard of doctors coming here, bank managers coming here and doing cleaning jobs.
Yes.
It's a job that fetches you enough money in Ghana. It's better than you coming here to do these jobs, these miniature jobs. Yeah. And again, I wanted to say something. If you are having those kind of jobs, you can come here for holidays, go back home. It's the best life ever, trust me. So let's always think twice.
Yeah. Me, I feel like know the right people, make the right friends. And don't take advantage of each other. Don't think that I just came from Ghana and you've been here, so you know how to dupe me. It doesn't work. Let's help each other. As brothers and sisters coming from Africa, let's help each other, because I really admire the Mexicans or the Spanish people out here, because they're always and the Chinese people, the Asians, they're always helping each other.
God.
My cousin is coming. Oh, okay, I'm getting them a job. Even if they are mowing grass, oh, come, let's go. They are always supporting each other. Let's help each other. Okay, it's not that easy. So whatever experience you have, even if you came from a good home with money, help your brother, your sister. Tell them, okay, I did it this way.
And it worked.
Yeah, and it worked. So do it this way. Don't tell me that because maybe when you came it didn't work for you, so I should do the way you did. Or maybe when you came, you're getting $10 an hour, and maybe I've gotten another job that is $10. No, that job is not good for you. So do it. No, let's help each other. Let's love each other. Let's respect each other. People back home should respect women and men out here, because it doesn't. For me, I don't think it matters if you are cleaning, mowing a lawn, working at a factory. So far as you are doing the right way and the legal way of work, respect them, because it's not easy. It's not easy to be here. People even work 3-4 jobs just to send money back home, to their families, or to pay their rent here. It's not easy. So let's respect each other. Let's love each other. Let's help each other, and everything and everyone will be fine.